After Schumer rejects wall, Trump gets revenge by taking something away from Democrats, by Robert Rich Politics, U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Despite the fact that Democrats were just left humiliated over the government shutdown, it looks like they haven't had enough embarrassment yet. In fact, Chuck Schumer recently announced to the world that there will be no wall. Too bad for him, President Donald Trump got the last laugh after he fired back by taking something away from Schumer and his fellow Democrats in return. It's not a good day to be a Democrat right now. Things aren't looking too good as they continue to mess up time and time again. However, it seems that the desperate and pathetic attempts to make President Donald Trump look bad aren't going to end anytime soon, as they're back at it again today. The left has been failing miserably in nearly everything they do. Take, for instance, the government shutdown. They wanted to show the world that President Trump was being unreasonable and claimed that he didn't want to negotiate. Too bad for them. Just about everyone blames the Democrats and their stubbornness and unwillingness to compromise. In the days that followed the shutdown, some liberals and even the mainstream media turned on them, blaming Democrats for shutting down the government. Of course, when they opened it back up, they also got attacked for holding the American people hostage for nothing and caving so easily. Seeing how he was responsible for leading the charge and shutting down the government, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has been fending off attacks not just from pissed off Republicans, but from his own constituents. Trying to save face, he's now desperate to figure out a way to once again gain a little bit of political popularity. So he's going after the one thing that liberals love to hate, President Donald Trump's border wall. In short, he's most recently rescinded his offer to vote for funding, as the New York Times reports. The wall offer is off the table. Schumer told reporters on Tuesday that was part of a package that's now defunct. Schumer first made the offer on Friday during a meeting with Trump at the White House, part of negotiations to avert a government shutdown. Schumer said he put Trump's signature campaign issue on the table in exchange for legal protection. Dreamers, young immigrants brought to the U.S. Illegally as children. It was the first thing the president and I talked about, Schumer said Tuesday. The thought was we could come to an agreement. That afternoon, the president would announce his support, and then the Senate and the House would get it done, and it would be on the president's desk. He didn't do that, so we're going to have to start a new basis, source USA Today. Too bad for Schumer, things just blew up in his face big time. President Trump heard about Schumer's comments and decided to hit back at him. And Trump just got the last laugh, taking something off the table that Schumer and his fellow Democrats desperately want. Here's Trump's tweet. Crying Chuck Schumer fully understands, especially after his humiliating defeat. He has to rub it in, right? And that if there is no wall, there is no DACA. You gotta love it. President Trump wrote on Twitter, "We must have safety and security together with a strong military for our great people." Okay. Of course, the president isn't the only one laying into Schumer for his behavior over the past week and beyond. Schumer's fickle mindset has his so-called priorities always changed back and forth. In fact, you may very well remember when he actually agreed with Trump on immigration just a few years ago, as seen in the clip below. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, he's a flunky.
People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration. which the American people overwhelmingly oppose.
The hypocrisy, right? Someone who changes his stance based on who's president does not make a good politician. It's so obvious, right? Not only has this man proven that he'll sell out to whichever group gives him the most votes, but he's also demonstrated that America is not his first priority. If Chuck Schumer thinks his party doesn't like him right now, they're going to be even more pissed off when they don't get a single thing out of these negotiations. He's going to have to change his name from Crying Chuck to Choo Choo. I would say Cuckoo Chuck after he gets run over by the Trump train. Absolutely. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. You think Trump is going to cave on this? And you had the protesters outside your house. If you think you saw protesters yesterday, you know how many protesters are going to be out of his house today? I just can't, because I love to see this, It's hilarious that their so-called dreamers are banging drums and screaming in the middle of the night in front of the building. His neighbors that live in the building, they are going to complain to management and probably have him removed from the building. I'm not kidding you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.